Okay, someone threw out a fight between Lion-O and Wolverine. While trying to do my background research, this isn't a very popular fight. Of course, Lion-O, Lord of the Thundercats, wielder of essentially an artifact in the Sword of Omens, versus, of course, Wolverine. Now, as always, I do not own the images you're going to see. As you can tell, I've got 80s style Lion-O, and that looks like it's a Jim Lee style of Wolverine. There's a lot of Wolverine pictures. This one actually had the best sort of look, and it fit pretty well. Now, of course, I do these through my 9 criteria system, which I've got laid out here in this format, which makes it easier than me constantly using my fingers. So intelligence, this also is experience. Findability, strength, speed, durability, that's recovery, that's stamina, that's healing factor. Invulnerability, resistance to damage. Energy projection, versatility, and expected. So we'll get right into this. Lion-O is considered to be the leader of the Thundercats. During the 80s iteration, he was kind of a teenager who got stunted and essentially became a full adult. So he hadn't quite hit that level where he's really tactically well at what it is he's doing. Doesn't have a lot of experience, kind of more happy-go-lucky. Wolverine, hundreds of years of experience, tremendous amount of just raw, good old-fashioned. I think he had him in times like the Civil War, World War I, World War II, Vietnam. He's a lot of experience when it comes to combat. Fighting ability. This one, Lion-O, great hand-to-hand, great with the sword. He's taken on a guy who's just so much better, and that's because he's had a lot more training. He has a really great background when it comes to fighting. Strength. This one, Lion-O, actually has a measurable level of super strength. He's shown that he can actually hold on his hand throw, who has super strength, so he does have legitimate super strength. Speed. Again, Lion-O is able to keep pace in a match with Chitara, who, depending on writer, I'm looking at praying for the cartoon, does have really high level measurable super speed. What actually ends up happening with Lion-O is he couldn't actually beat her in a flat out sprint, but over a marathon length he was able to do it. Also does have enhanced reflexes. Durability. Sorry, this is Wolverine. Healing factor, coming back from almost anything. Works out very well on his advantage. Invulnerability. I was thinking when you got the shield for Lion-O, that's really about it. His body is entirely exposed. And he is resistant to almost no forms of damage. If you shoot him with a gun, bullets are going to go right through him. If you look at somebody like Wolverine, great level of resistance to bludgeoning, to slashing, as well as to piercing. So Wolverine definitely has an advantage when it comes to invulnerability. Energy projection, this is Sword of Omens. Sword of Omens can blast energy, it can do heat, can produce fire. That is just the Sword of Omens. He's wielding an artifact. It's kind of like the Thundercat version of Mjolnir. At the same time, versatility, you're probably thinking versatility and X-Factor kind of, versatility and energy kind of overlap sometimes. Sword of Omens, great raw damage at range, but flying, you name it, the Sword of Omens can do almost anything. Now we're down to X-Factor. This comes down to, could the Sword of Omens actually cut adamantium? It's been shown that it can get through titanium pretty easily. It can superheat materials. It can freeze materials. So, looking at it from an X-Factor standpoint, a lot of it comes down to that Sword of Omens. If it can cut through adamantium, which, given what it's been able to do, and the fact that it's coming referred to as the most powerful weapon in the Thundercats universe, below it is Excalibur. Some people have Excalibur written as being made of adamantium-like material. Sword of Omens is also forged from Starfire. So it makes me think that in this sort of scenario, while Wolverine definitely does have an intelligence advantage from his experience, fighting ability, really solid fighter. While you do have the super strength, super speed, or just natural Lion-O, it does seem like in my estimations, I would actually give the X Factor to Lion-O. Right, I do think that Sword of Omens actually probably could cut through adamantium. And if it can, first of all, Wolverine goes to block the sword, it's going to cut through his claws, and that's going to severely hamper anything the Wolverine can do. Yeah, he can recover relatively well, but he doesn't recover the adamantium, since it's laced to his bones. He'll recover the bone claws instead, which while will help him out in a fight, whenever he tries to do any sort of defensive mechanism, if Wolverine gets hit on the hand, if it cuts off his hand, he's going to have a bone hand. And anything that you can cleave Wolverine and his body parts, all of a sudden he's going to lose a lot of his defensive capabilities. And the moment he goes more to a berserker rage, it's going to be, if Lion can get a good, clean headshot, he's going to decapitate Wolverine. So I think if these two guys were to get into a conflict, if the Sword of Omens, with the ability to do force field, heat, flight, freeze an opponent, and the super speed, there's a lot of abilities that Lion just brings to the table. I think it's going to be tough for Wolverine to try to get around. So in my estimation, I go with the final winner end up being Lion-O. It's because of the Sword of Omens. Now, of course, but he can be disarmed by it. Yes, he actually can will it to himself. It's been almost like halfway across the planet. He's brought it back to himself pretty easily. So I think out of these two, a lot of it comes down almost to the same thing as when I had Wolverine take on Darth Maul. The lightsaber cut through adamantium, that's it. Same with the Sword of Omens. If it can go through adamantium, it's going to defeat Wolverine.